Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So we are just bored in the house and in the house bored. I feel like I've exercised every single thing that I could do. Not exercise. Okay, when I said exercise, I meant like going through the motions of doing something. I have not exercised. I pulled out like this workout bike that I had. I bought it on Amazon. It's actually really good. I haven't really used it that much. I was on like a week straight roll of like working out, eating good. Because you know when you like go online, you see all these people like, yeah, Chloe Ting. And I'm like, oh, like, okay, like I could do that too. Like, yeah, I drink water. And then I actually do it. And then I'm like, yeah, I actually want brownies. So also, I noticed that my neighbor decided to mow his lawn. Which is funny because it's raining. I would take this time today to tell you about what I've been doing, give you guys some recommendations. This video was really inspired by me just wanting to talk about books that I like. I feel like now is a really great time to read. So there are obviously 100 different things that you could be doing with this time at home. I'm just going to be talking about things that I've been doing. So I'm going to recommend some books to you guys, talk about some movies, TV shows, things like that that I've been watching, some games I've been playing. There are definitely a million things, like I said, that you could do. I actually just put on fake nails and I feel so good. Nails just really make me feel like a person. Let me show you the nails I'm wearing. Okay, so I just decided this is gonna be #1 of things to do in quarantine. I wasn't planning on showing this, but you know, we're gonna talk about it. So these are the nails I used. These are just stick-on acrylic nails. So these are the pair that my mom always used for work because she doesn't really have time to go to the nail salon. They look so real. I've seen a few different brands out there on TikTok and things, but these ones are so good, so affordable, so easy to use. And like, I wasn't crazy about this black French, but there's little silver. Let me focus. So these are like the really short ones, so they do look a little stubby, but like better than what we had. And I think the silver like looks good with the bangs. Like, hello? So the first thing that I want to recommend to you guys, which one of the earlier things that I did, is I painted my room. I think now is a really good time to renovate that room that you always said, you know, I didn't have enough time to finish, so I guess we'll just leave it. Guys, never settle. Never settle in any aspect in your life. If you don't like the way your room looks, just redo it. I luckily had leftover paint in my garage from when my parents did my aunt's house. So we had this like antique white, I think it was called. Actually, it was called crisp linen. So you can kind of see it behind me. In comparison to the wall, you can definitely see it's not bright white, which is what I thought it was, so I was a little upset, but definitely makes the room feel much brighter. I have not made much progress on like the makeover part. I did not start decorating because I have things coming in the mail. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing this video. My name is Hannah. I tried to like put my hair up, be cute, but like it's not really cute. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. And I've decided I'm gonna redo my room. That is really nothing new for me. I've redone this room so many times. I'll put the pictures on the screen actually so you guys could see. I usually just switch around the furniture and the decor. I have like a whole bin of different paintings and like wall art that I usually put up. And I just switch them out every few months. But we're gonna take it a step further today and I'm actually gonna paint my room. I really should have woken up at 8 AM to do this, but I didn't. Because I've redone this room so many times with different like decorations, there are so many little holes, some big holes in these walls that my dad is actually gonna help me spackle. It really needs it. So I need to spackle, let that dry. So we have spackle and we have leftover paint from when we painted my aunt's living room all white. So I'm gonna do that. But the only thing is this trim in my room hasn't been painted like since I moved in here when I was like 1. So I'm definitely gonna need to paint the trim as well because it's gonna look not gonna look white next to the new white, you know? I wanna show you guys a before. I definitely have to clean it though, but I'll show you really quickly. I mean, I'm a little embarrassed, but like guys, I'm sorry. Here's the door. This looks a mess. My mom always gets mad at me. It looks so bad, and now I really see what she means when I'm looking in the viewfinder. We have to find a better way to organize these bags because that looks horrible. I have random. It's not cute in this decor. I moved my chair so I can vlog, so don't mind that. My bed is here with one dresser, Harry, of course. We have my clothing rack. It just looks a mess. All the One Direction stuff from my last video is still in my room. I have to get rid of that. As you can see, I do a lot of exercising with my little towel dryer. It's 1:34. I don't really know like if this is gonna work because it's already getting pretty late. And I'm just a lazy girl. But I'm gonna clean right now. We're gonna try and put all the furniture in the middle of the room, and then my dad's gonna come and spackle. And then we just have to wait a few hours for it to dry. I'm gonna open all the windows. Thank you for being here. If this is your first impression of me, hello. You're in for a treat tonight. Okay, let's get started. I don't know what's going on. Hey. Okay, so basically I got rid of the clothes. I put them in the bin. It's all sweatshirts. I got rid of the One Direction stuff finally. I put the bike in the closet. Now I'm just going to try and cut all the furniture in the middle. So I have these bins here. I'm just going to put it in the middle and deal with it afterwards. So what I think I'm going to do next, I think I'm going to take apart the clothing rack and just lay all the clothes in my bed, and then I can put it up afterwards because it's taking up unnecessary space. We don't have a lot of space to begin with. I also turned on the fan and opened the windows because I'm sweating. Okay, you guys, we've made a lot of mess, but a lot of progress. I put a lot of stuff in the hallway and it's actually a mess. So while my dad spackles, I'll clean that up, but I'll show you what I'm doing. One last step before he spackles. So basically, I put my whole life on top of my bed. Literally a mess. I have to take off all of the wall stuff, take down the curtains. I'm gonna move my bookshelf in the hallway because I feel like it's really tall and it's gonna get in the way. I could just fit it right here, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I should move it, but no one believes that I can move it without taking the books off. I'm actually gonna put the bookshelf right here. I already started moving it, but I'm gonna vlog it because no one believes I can do it. Ignore the bleach stain on my sweatshirt, let's go. It's possible. I'm going to show you a prime example of why I shouldn't be allowed to decorate my room. I had these little like Velcro strips and I just tried to take it off and we have another chip in the paint. So that's really amazing and beautiful. I have no nails like I said because Miss Rona is not letting me go to the nail salon. Okay, so we're all spackled. It's actually really embarrassing how much spackle is on these walls. Here was like a really bad thing. I don't want to talk about it, but let me show you guys. But there is so much spackle all on these walls. I'm actually really excited, like really, because I haven't had my room a different color in like a few years, like 6 years or something, and I'm just like really excited. It is currently like 9 o'clock at night and the spackle did not dry. It's still like drying because we had to use so much of it. My fan's like making a lot of noise. We're gonna have to go into tomorrow. I'm actually like a little upset because I wanted to just get it done with, but my room is obviously a mess, so I'm gonna sleep on the couch. I'm gonna go play Club Penguin right now, but yeah, so I'll catch you guys tomorrow and hopefully it'll look a little better. This quarantine, everyone is playing Animal Crossing on the Switch. I get it, like beep, beep, beep. Like I love Animal Crossing, but it's such a big thing that you cannot get a Switch anywhere, and if you don't have a Switch, which I don't, you basically can't get one. I know there's websites that literally will notify you when a Switch comes out because there's such a hot thing right now, but I'm gonna show you guys the next best thing, which I actually think is like the first best thing. But Club Penguin rewritten. So, I know we all play Club Penguin, just like we all used to play Animal Crossing. Basically, Club Penguin 2.0. Everyone is a member. You can get cheat codes online to get coins. You play in the mine, get coins. You go kart surfing, go fishing, get a cute Iggy. Right now, this week is the Penguin Play Awards. So, me and Brianna have been going crazy at the Penguin Play Awards. Okay, so I'm with Brianna via FaceTime, you know, social distancing or whatever.
Before you judge us, let me just tell you, this is quarantine. So, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Exactly. Thank you. Me and Brianna always go to fashion shows, and we have so many new outfits that we just bought, and I'll show you.
Can you explain them? I mean, can you explain what a fashion show is? Because if you say fashion show, what is that? Running the runway? Walking the runway?
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed.
Fashion shows are when you, like, go into someone's igloo right here on the map. And you go into someone's igloo. Oh my god, no one's houses are open because everyone's at the Play Awards. And then, like, someone's a judge and they pick a theme and you dress accordingly for the theme. And we always feel so left out. Look, I can't even get into the stage. I'm tracking if Antarctic is coming because there's rumors that she's coming. And she's still offline. Like, sweetie, can you come? Like, I've been waiting for you. I literally went sledding with Antarctic. Like, I was sledding with the Antarctic. Literally famous, so no way. Oh my god, she just fell. I'm like shaking. There's no way I'm playing Antarctic. Join Club Penguin Rewritten and then friend me and we can go sledding together. We can go to fashion contests at each other's Iggy's, like no big deal. But I highly recommend Club Penguin Rewritten. Like you gotta get on it, you gotta. If it is someone's birthday, I'm sure you've seen it on the news, do a birthday parade. Some people don't want them. They think they're like loser. They are so fun and they make the person feel so happy. So my brother's birthday was March 26th, so it was very early on in the quarantining. And this was really before they were like such a thing. So he was very surprised. I feel like now people kind of like expect it like, oh, it's my birthday, like where's my parade? But he really had no idea. He doesn't live with us, so we drove to his house. We had about like 5 cars. I didn't do the best job of getting them in the video, but I think I have like a minute's worth of footage just surprising him, drawing the signs.
Car parade because we're quarantined. We're gonna hang these on the side of the car. Jack has to work, so he can't come. So I'm gonna bring Jack to and put him in the back seat.
Drop the sign. Got it. Bye, Rob. All of the books I'm going to be showing you guys are all in like my top 10 of all time. I'm going to really narrow it down because I feel like now's the time to really get into a book that you love and feel invested in something and have something occupy your time. You don't want to really start a book that you hate and like it's a waste of time. So all of the books I'm going to show you have really great characters that are really easy to fall in love with, really great plots to like keep you going. Some of them are really hard hitting and like get your emotions in, so just kind of take you away from everything that's going on in this stressful time and pull you into a really good book. And if you're not a reader, you should really try them. I think I have a good amount and a little bit of a variety, not really because I kind of just read the same thing, but the first thing I want to recommend are series because I feel like right now you have so much time to just like hit them back to back, which is how I like to read my series. So I have 2 that are kind of similar in plot once I tell you them, but they're completely different and they're really amazing. So I've talked about these before on my channel. I talk about them every day in real life, so this should be no surprise, but the ACOTAR series by Sarah J Maas. The first book is A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is what the series is named after. The second book is A Court of Mist and Fury, and then A Court of Rings and Ruin. So these are pretty chunky books. There is also a novella called A Court of Frost and Starlight that's a really short book that kind of bridges this trilogy into the upcoming companion trilogy. So if you do like this, you have something to look forward to. So in the first book, A Court of Thorns and Roses, we follow a human huntress named Feyre who actually kills a fairy on accident, and because she took a life from the fairy realm to Prithian, she has to kind of do like a life for a life and live out the rest of her human life in Prithian. So it's a loose retelling of Beauty and the Beast, which you don't really find out till the end and it really doesn't matter to the plot of the story. But this as a standalone book is so good. I promise you'll fall in love with it. It's very romance-driven fantasy, so just be mindful of that. Once you finish this, like, you won't have a lot of unanswered questions. You can go to bed at night fine, but if you read this, you have to promise to move on to the next book, which is A Court of Mist and Fury, which is my favorite. And this, it's a completely, like, we do a full 360, like no duo, we're not doing 180, like 360. Once you read A Court of Mist and Fury, you can't like go to bed. Like you need to go right into A Court of Wings and Ruin. This book is definitely more plot driven rather than character driven. That's why I kind of like the second book the best, but the characters that you meet in these stories are so good. They're so easy to fall in love with. You guys will definitely become really engaged. It's a bit of a controversial series. I don't really know why, like it's amazing. So highly recommend that. And this is kind of just like an after credit scene. It's a cute little novella. It really has no plot, but if you like the characters, you'll like this too. So I'm only going to recommend one more series and one more set of fantasy books because again, I want to show you guys my absolute favorites, and that is the Folk of Air trilogy by Holly Black, or the Cruel Prince trilogy. We start with The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and again we're following a human who has to live out the rest of their life in the fairy realm, but in this story we follow Jude, who's only 7, and she's ripped away from the human realm and she has to live out the rest of her life in fairy. I know it sounds the same, but it's completely not. Holly Black's fae are definitely more cruel, like it's very fitting for the title. It shows like the real wicked side of the fae, where Sarah J Maas is kind of just like a universal fae. You have them all. I really like Holly Black's fae in this, and this is more like magical, so I mean they're both magical. This gives me more like Disney vibes, if that makes sense. I have to go again with the second book as my favorite, The Wicked King. I think this one is just, this one's like, I will be honest, I wasn't totally obsessed with The Cruel Prince. I thought it was really good. I gave it 4 to 5 stars, but I wasn't giving it the hype that I see everyone else give it until I read The Wicked King. It's so good. I think the finale of the trilogy, The Queen of Nothing, which came out pretty recently, did a great job wrapping up the series. Again, a lot of people were kind of iffy about this, but I think it did such a good job. These books are definitely much shorter and they read more like a contemporary than a fantasy, so you'll get through them really quick. They're just really good. Please read them. They're amazing. If you are more of like a contemporary romance fan, not really a fantasy fan, I have to recommend Colleen Hoover. I have a whole dedicated video, kind of like your guide to Colleen Hoover is what I called it. I talk about all of her books. I have pretty much all of them, how I feel about them, if you would like them. I really quickly have to mention my top 3 favorites, which is Ugly Love, All Your Perfects, and Maybe Someday. They are amazing. I couldn't recommend books without mentioning Colleen Hoover, so again, if you are interested in any of these books, I know I didn't really tell you a great synopsis of each of them. These books are great because they're really quick, so if you're not interested in the series and you just want to take a few hours before you go to bed and finish a book, you'll definitely be able to do that, because once you start reading, you won't be able to stop. The last book I want to recommend, I mean, I have other books I like, but these are the books that I absolutely love. I reread all the time, and I think you guys will really appreciate in this time. That is Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. So this is another contemporary romance. We follow Macy and Elliot. We follow kind of like a dual timeline, so we see them meeting as kids and becoming best friends, and then we see them like years later and they kind of lost touch and they find their way back to each other. This book is so good because it's really innocent, like, because you meet them as children and like they're just best friends, and like it just feels all nostalgic. It's really cute. It's just so good. Like, all these books are so good. I don't know if I did a good job explaining these books. This isn't really a book centered video, but I really wanted to recommend them to you. I was gonna like hold them up like cute, like ooh, but I don't feel like holding all them, so I'm gonna hold up these. If you read any of them, let me know. They're super good. We can have a full discussion on them. And again, I've said it a million times, even if you're not a reader, you should really check them out because you won't be disappointed. It's just as good as a movie, guys. Like, I don't understand how people don't get that. It's just as good as a movie. With that, we're gonna wrap up this video. I hope this video wasn't too like scatterbrained. I feel like this is the type of video I really should have like listed out what I wanted to get to. I hope that once I'm editing this, I don't go like, oh my god, I should have mentioned that. But like I said, there are so many things that you could be doing with this time. I also just want to say that it's okay if not every day you're not wanting to read a book or be productive or stimulate your brain. I do think it's important to do that most days, but I've definitely had my days where I just lay in my bed all day and I feel depressed. But then we have days like today where I'm really motivated. I'm going to make a YouTube video. I'm going to put my nails on and I'm going to get ready for the day. And I think you have to have a balance and you have to be aware of the bad days and know that they're okay, and know that there are so many other good days. These were only a few things I've been doing, a few things that I have done and can do. If you guys want a part 2, if this works out well, we'll see. I hope you guys like kind of the changing angles, just trying to change it up, give you guys something new. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you're staying home, staying healthy, staying safe. Thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe down below. If you have anything you want to see from me, let me know. Click the bell, and I'll see you in my next video.